Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Return Homestead. Today we're making extracts. We're still stocking the pantry from all of the work that was done in the summer. So when it slows down, I like to stock my pantry with things that we're going to use on a regular basis. If you were going to use the extract as a gift, you would need to think another 6 weeks back because it takes about a month to 2 months to make sure that whatever you're extracting is optimal. I'm going to be using vodka to extract the flavor out of the things that I'm making. The first one we're going to do is orange. Basically, all you want to do is take an orange rind and put it in strips. Don't throw your orange away. You can still use that if you don't eat it. Let me show you. In this jar, I am making a citrus, so it's orange, lime, and lemons, vinegar, and I've also got white pine in that. This I'm going to make into a vinegar and use it for cleaning. So it will replace chemicals like Clorox wipes, whatever cleaning spray you might use. They're all full of chemicals. This is a better way to go. It's organic. The white pine came from our property. We know it's not sprayed, and it's actually safer for you, and it works really well to clean things with. So the first extract that I'm making is going to be orange. So you're going to load your orange peel into a jar. This is a pint. And this is just the peel of one orange. And to that, I'm going to add vodka to cover it. And it took about a cup. Again, I saved my lids, so don't throw those out either. And you're going to seal it. You're going to shake this up every day to make sure that the rinds stay under the alcohol, and it'll take about 4 to 6 weeks for this to totally extract. So there's the orange. Now all I have to do is put a label on it. The next extract that I am making will be cinnamon. So I have organic Ceylon cinnamon. It is a little stronger. And you're going to load 3 or 4 of those into your jar. It smells super good. I'm going to put 5 in there. Nah, let's do 6. We want it good and strong. You can use these extracts for just about anything. If you were making buttercream frosting, instead of putting vanilla, you could use a cinnamon extract. You could put an orange extract. You can add these extracts anywhere where it's calling for vanilla. And I'm going to put about a cup of vodka in that as well. Put a lid on it. And if you take a little bit of rubbing alcohol, actually the vodka did a very good job. It pulls the Sharpie off the lid. So you could write on your lid instead of labeling it because it came right off. Mike's going to come home from work and it's going to smell like a bar in here. Okay, the next extract that I'm going to be doing is coffee. So I'm going to take a little over a quart cup of coffee beans, and you just want to break these up. You don't want to grind them fine like you would for coffee. If you do, you've got to be able to strain all that out. If they're in bigger chunks, you can just pour it through cheesecloth and strain it out when it's ready. So I'm going to pulse this. I'm going to do double that. And I used about a half a cup. And I'm going to just cover that with vodka. And a label. That one's done. Now the next extract I'm making is going to be vanilla. These are Madagascar vanilla beans. They can be kind of spendy. I got these at Costco. They weren't bad. And I like saving old bottles, especially if I can find one with a screw top, because it makes it perfect. So you're going to take, I'm going to put about 5 of these in here, and there's 5 in each tube. You get 2 tubes. Oh my gosh, smells wonderful. And you're going to cut down the center of the vanilla bean so that the gum inside gets introduced to the alcohol. And you're going to put it in the jar or the bottle. Now you can put as many of these as you want. And these beans are not good for just one use. You can make a mother jar of vanilla, and that's where you just keep adding your beans to more of whatever you're using to extract the flavor from. And then you just top it off with more alcohol or wine, or some people use a spiced rum to make this. I've seen people use tequila to make it. That to me would not be very good. The vodka is really supposed to be tasteless, so. Wow, this whole kitchen smells like a bakery. Just saying. It smells good. And I'm going to start with just 5. Okay. And I'm going to start adding vodka. Let's see how much I can get in there. Needs more. I use a lot of vanilla, so this is obviously why it's the biggest. And it can be any cheap vodka. It doesn't need to be expensive, just 80 proof. I'm going to put the lid on that. See how handy that is? And you're just going to shake it up every day. And with the price of vanilla went sky high during the pandemic. And something that I would normally get at Costco for $8, $10 was suddenly almost $40. So it would be nice to have a mother jar of vanilla going the whole time so that I would have always had that. I'm going to just put a label on this. And the vanilla is done. Now the next extract that I'm doing is going to be a mint extract. I have two different kinds here. These are from our garden. This is peppermint. This is chocolate mint. Both are very good. I'm going to use a little bit of both. And per cup of alcohol, as a rule of thumb, you're going to use about a quarter cup of whatever it is you're extracting. I want this peppermint to be stronger, so I'm probably going to use a quarter cup of each. Look at me measuring. I don't measure. So much easier this way. Okay, there's my chocolate mint. And this is regular peppermint. Oh, it sealed itself. And this is all dried. And that's about a cup. Put a lid on it. Put a label on it. Peppermint's done. The last extract I'm going to make will be a lemon extract. So I've taken the rind of the lemon, cut it in strips just like I did for the orange. Load it in your jar. And you're going to cover it with vodka. Now you can fill these jars up all the way. Depending on how much liquid's in here is how much extract you're going to get. If you're going to make big batches, you could put it in quart jars, and that way you could divide it in smaller jars and give it as gifts. So I ended up making 7 different extracts. I have vanilla, lemon, peppermint, coconut, pineapple, cinnamon, orange, and coffee. You can take pecans, walnuts, almonds. You can chop them up. You don't want to chop them too fine because you have to strain them out and put them in and infuse them in an 80 proof liquor. Like I said, you don't have to use vodka. You can use rum, you can use spice rum, you can use whatever you have on hand, even if it's wine or homemade wine. All of those will work. You're going to put it in a bottle. You're going to shake it every time you think about it. And it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks for it to completely extract. I love my tea. You can take a tea bag or several. You can infuse this with alcohol. In this case, it would be gingerbread tea. So it would be a gingerbread extract. You could take and mix cinnamon and whole cloves. You could also put nutmeg. You could put a whole nutmeg in there, and you could make like a cinnamon spice extract. Use your imagination. You can make just about anything. If you get the cacao nibs, you can make a chocolate extract. Don't be afraid to try things. And remember, if you have discard, like I had orange and lemon, keep those. You can make a vinegar out of that to clean your house with, so you're not buying chemicals to put in your house. We decided that we wanted to try and produce on our property everything we can. And those things, I mean, we can't get oranges in Kentucky, we could if we grew a dwarf tree inside a house. I don't even think a greenhouse would hold it. A Meyer lemon, it may be able to last in there in a greenhouse, but we would have to have it heated here. Currently, we're under a winter storm warning. It started out in the 40s today. We're already getting close to 20. There's a fire going in the fireplace, the wind's blowing, and they're calling for a chance of snow. Use your imagination. Come up with whatever you do. If you find that you like making an extract different from the norm, drop me a line in the comments. I'd like to see what you're coming up with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned from this video. And we want to encourage you to return to the land, return to the labor, and return to life. God bless you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.